to Brazil. That's a shocker because everybody was convinced they were. Apparently, the NFL really, really wanted the Green Bay Packers, so I guarantee you they gave them something. It's going to be some kind of schedule break. I can't wait for the schedule to come out and find out what Green Bay's. You're going to find something on the Green Bay schedule, or everybody's going to go, wow, that's easy. Lucky team. No, not luck. The NFL wanted Green Bay. They want the revenue from TV. It's the only game on. I really don't like playing Philadelphia, the Browns to play Philadelphia in Philadelphia, but we'll see how the season progresses. Again, schedules usually due out first part of May. Look for it. Find somebody on X who does predictions. There are several people out there that are pretty good at it. So, and follow me at Seatown Thug. If I see anything that looks like a legitimate schedule rumor, I will post it on Twitter. And yes, I call it Twitter. I don't call it X because X is a stupid name. All right, what else happened this week? Let me see. Oh, Nick Chubb. They redid his contract. I know a lot of people are saying, well, he comes back and he plays really good, and then he tells the Browns, well, screw you, I'm going to get money elsewhere. Okay, Browns fans, think about this 1 second. Does that sound like something Nick Chubb would do? It doesn't to me. The Browns are the only team that can offer him the most money because he is more valuable to the Browns than he is to other teams. Remember that. Anytime you hear somebody say, well, he'll come out, after he gets off the PUP list and he'll run for, 600 yards in 5 games or 4 games, and he's not going to re-sign with the Browns. Why would he re-sign with the Browns? Remember, the Cleveland Browns can offer him more money than any other team, and he is more valuable to the Cleveland Browns than he is to any other team. Just keep that in the back of your mind. This front office recognizes talent and franchise changing players. Myles Garrett comes to mind. They will reward Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb will take it because he loves playing in Cleveland, and the Browns love for him to play for them. So those are people that have been burnt by lousy front offices since 1999. I mean, I look back on Dwight Clark, what he did in 2 years. He had an extra draft pick in each draft. By the way, in 2000, Mel Kiper graded his draft as an A-. He had good players, but he didn't have game-changing players. Timmy, if he had a better offensive line, Tim Couch, he probably would have been a lot better, but he just got beat up behind a terrible offensive line. But that's for another day. So there we go. We're not going to Brazil. Nick Chubb's going to be back. I am going to, just like I've said, I think he's going on the PUP list. If he goes on the PUP list at the beginning of the season, he can come out after 4 weeks. If they really thought that he would be on injured reserve, they would have signed a better back. Not to take anything away from Donta Freeman. I like him. He was on my short list in case Nick Chubb was going to be on the PUP list. So, boom, that worked. But they would have signed somebody like an Austin Eckler or DeAndre Swift or somebody like that. Okay? So, they're expecting him back. His agents say he's on target. The Browns are constantly watching him. So, that's good news. Nick Chubb back. Hopefully, if they can get Nick Chubb at 90%, that would be fabulous. A lot of people are saying, well, 85%. Well, get him to 90. Don't put him on the field until he's ready. He's too important. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk about player visits. So we're getting ready for the draft. It's a week from this Thursday. I can't believe it's already here. The Browns have been talking to a lot of different players. I did an article on an updated list for Fans First Sports Network. So go back and look at that. Also, I did an article on way too early 53-man roster. If you're doing a mock draft, please take a look at that. Once you look at the totality of the roster, it'll make you think before you draft a certain position. So this week they talked to Giovanni Manu, and unless you're a draft pick, and I never heard of this guy, University of British Columbia, 6'8", 352 pounds, and his 40 time 4.96. Whew. Could you imagine if this guy is really good enough, and he'll be there late in the, I don't know, he might not. He had 10 interviews in 10 days with 10 different teams. That shows you that the NFL is searching for talent everywhere, especially at left tackle. But you put him at left tackle and Dawand Jones at right tackle next year. I tell you, pass rushers are going to be exhausted trying to run around these guys. I could see TJ Watt. No, I don't want to go up against Dawand Jones. I'll go up against the other guy. And then at the end of the first quarter, he's probably going, I'm going to the bench. I got to take it out. I got to rest for a quarter because they will be exhausted. Next guy they talked to, Brandon Coleman, offensive lineman, TCU. Played left tackle and left guard in college. That's excellent versatility. He could probably come in and take over for Jedrick Wills in 2025. Or possibly, and I hate to say it, Joel Bitonio. We don't know how long he's going to last. He started to talk about retirement after the season, and usually when a player starts talking about retirement, they're getting close to retiring. So the Browns are going to have to find somebody to replace Joel Bitonio. Michael Dunn is too valuable as a swing guard and backup center, so I doubt that they would plug him in there. They got to find They got to keep that in the back of their mind. And a third player, Cincinnati defensive tackle Jawan Biggs. He is more a day three and possibly an undrafted rookie free agent. One of those Andrew Berry specials that they throw a ton of money at. More, again, a highest paid undrafted rookie free agent. I think Andrew Berry does that every year. So, somebody you call while the 7th round is going on. Oh, the other big thing. They traded Leroy Watson to the Tennessee Titans for a 7th round pick this year, 227. I don't know what that's all about. I think they're lucky. This is a guy they called off the street to back up Christensen, who was backing up Wills. So to get a 7th round for him, I think it's Tennessee threw the 7th round pick in there just as a thank you for not putting up a big stink about letting Bill Callahan go coach with his son. That's my personal opinion. Also, it creates a good possible future trade relationship with the Tennessee Titans. You want to do that kind of thing. You want to have good relations. If somebody wants something or you want a player, you get a little bit more leeway. I know it's a cutthroat business and it is $1 billion a year business, but these guys know each other. There's only 32 of them. So I think it was a throw-in. Bill Callahan knows him. Was he going to make a difference for the Browns? No, they're going to draft a tackle. And he probably would have been on the practice squad all year. So I am not too worried about Leroy Watson. The Titans are more than likely going to take a tackle at the 7th pick. They should. Their offensive line stinks. They did draft the best center available. Sign the best center available. I've seen Alt from Notre Dame mocked to them. That would be a very good draft pick. And then they would have 3 quality offensive linemen. The guy they drafted last year first. Boom. Bill Callahan can work with that. So, draft coming up. I see 2 7th-round draft picks now. I fully expect Andrew Berry to get rid of those. And if the player they don't want or desire at 54, they really don't need any position or player at this point. Forget about what national media and local media says. Well, they need a defensive tackle. They need a wide receiver. No, they don't. Go back and look at my article, Fans for a Sports Network, way too early 53-man roster, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If one of these tackles that they really like is at 54, I expect them to take him. The only other type player that would fall to them that they might pick would be defensive tackle Michael Hall out of the Ohio State University. And you got to take him. He hits all the marks. He had a great athletic, relative athletic score at the combine. He's of the right age. He hits the age guardrail. He had a great Senior Bowl practice. So he is the type of guy. If he should fall to 54, that's the only way I would not take an offensive tackle. I would take him. You roll with that pick, but I expect them to take an offensive tackle or a trade down. Trade down maybe 2 or 3 spots. That would make a lot of sense. Get rid of those 7th-round picks. Maybe get a 4th-round pick because there is a gap from pick 85 to pick 156, 3rd round to 5th round. I just can't see Andrew Berry sitting there twiddling his thumbs waiting for pick 156. I just can't. If there is talent on the board as the draft is happening, 4th round, he will go get someone he likes. Someone that could develop into a potential starter in 2025. All right, that's it for today. I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday. By the way, no more tax returns. Yay, I'm done. My wife and I are going to go out and celebrate today. I've got 4 for people to pick up, and that's it. I'm finished. Another one in the books. Year 32. So of being self-employed accountant. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me here on the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical L's Network, part of the Fans for Sports Network. We appreciate you. We love that you watch, listen, and follow us. Like I always say, we're just Browns fans like you. And we just love talking about the Cleveland Browns. So everybody, have a great day. And remember,